Say we gonna have some guests next week though. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. we live. All right, all right. Y'all welcome to another edition of the Elite Mancast, man. And you know, man, every week we talk about different topics, getting y'all aware, keeping awareness about it in our community, man. And so tonight, man, we're talking about suicide and black males. Subjects we don't really talk about a lot is how the black man is doing, man. Asking him how is he feeling. You know, I've been seeing a lot of good posts lately about the black man, but you know, it's been something serious that we don't get asked how we're feeling, how we're doing. Nobody cares. All we just supposed to do, and it ain't never a question of, hey man, how you feeling today? So hey man, we're gonna talk about it today. We're gonna get all that out there today. Y'all know, tune in to the Elite Mancast on all platforms, man, except Instagram. You know, I gotta do something special to get over there. But we on the YouTube channel. Go to the Elite Mancast, subscribe, likes and shares, and all of that good stuff. Like and share on here. So you know, y'all welcome, man. You got Mr. Michael McEachin up in here. We got Coach KD up in here. Let's see what we got, my man. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What's that? Ignimatic. Oh man, and you're gonna have to pronounce your own name, brother. You're gonna have to you got me over here. I don't even know how to pronounce your name tonight.
Enigmatic.
Ignorant. Oh, you calling me ignorant? Oh, man. Say this nigga ignorant. Oh, man, he cussing on me. He cussing. What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Man, I'm blessed. Highly favored. How you guys doing?
Oh, it's a beautiful night, man. It's a beautiful day. Oh. You know. So, man, we talking about the suicide in black males, man, and how we don't get cared for as we should. But, you know, it is what it is right now. But we're going to give us a little bit on that. Since the ignatic. Oh, yeah, you're going to have to give me, I can't even get it. That guy right there down there in the blue shirt, y'all give it up for him.
Now, suicide, it affects everyone, but especially in the black male. I know it was, let me turn this down. It's real prevalent. People may not realize it, but like, you know, even in the hoods or just being born black, because, you know, we have so much stress going on. Examples, things that happened in Alabama recently. You know, even during COVID, you know, they had a bunch of blacks that they committed suicide because they just couldn't handle, you know, the pressure. Not only that, but the pressures of the world, the pressures of our family, the pressures of our spouse. Some people, they just can't handle the truth, or you can't even call it the truth. They can't handle their truth. So then they figure, you know, I might as well just go ahead and end it, not realizing that they're putting more pressure on the people that's left versus them just, you know, being a lesser person and killing themselves.
Yeah, man. That's true, man. That's a lot of us, man. That's like when they young boys, man, from like 25, that age group in there, from 18 to 25 and 30. It's like, man, they have it the hardest, man, because nobody's listening to them, you know. So, Katie, what you got? Give me a little bit on that, man. Give me a little bit on that.
So it's the mental health. That's what I break it down to. The mental health starts early. There's an effect on the young male at an early age, and if they don't get help early on that mental health, it affects them when they get to 18 and 19, especially with social media and everything. That's what's making them affecting them really, really, because they're trying to fit in, you know. They're trying to fit in. It's depression, anxiety. There's so many things going on in the young male. Even in the older male, it's sometimes if they haven't found the power within themselves, then it affects a seasoned man as well. I know I can name 3 people I know committed suicide in the past year.
Oh, wow.
That I know personally. And guess what? 2 of the 3 were under 25, like
Yeah.
6.
Right. Yeah.
When I was on
Yeah.
one of my close friends, his son committed suicide. So
That's that age group, man, that they don't get listened to if they're not in the right environment, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So, Mike, give me a little bit on what you got, Mike.
I was thinking about it's a lot of things. I saw one of the statistics were between 1991 and 2017 that the suicide rate among black males has risen over 8%. Now that's the time 1991. Just a couple of years after that, you had all the wars going on in Iraq. Most of our military is black and brown people. That trauma, got the trauma from the street. Now everyday life, and they say that it's rising and rising. Then a lot of it, I thought about. They were saying number one way of people commit suicide was using a firearm among black men. Then they say suffocation, and I'm trying to figure out how do you suffocate yourself. To me, that seems virtually impossible way to commit suicide. So I can't figure it out, but these are just some of the things that I was reading. You know,
Turn your mic up a little bit.
It's a terrible thing that's going on. How's that?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Corrupt, but you said it's really impossible for you to suffocate yourself. Actually, it's rather easy. But, before I became and found who I was, I had a point in life where it's like, I just wanted to go ahead and give it all up. But when it comes to suicide, people either do it willingly, they're bullied into it, but mostly it takes willpower.
Right.
Because there's nothing to sit up there, kind of like, compromise yourself and just go ahead and suffocate. I mean, it's almost like you're trying to dive into the deep end of the pool to see how long you can hold your breath. Same thing. But compromise those other parts is like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that depression is serious, man. We got to really start checking on our friends, checking on people around us. I'm glad we on social media with it, that we can see who's still, happy or whatever. They might be fronting. We don't know.
Yeah.
So it's always good to reach out to, just get involved too with them as well, because it's like the unspoken pain of that depression. You know what I'm saying? We don't get to talk about it a lot because we are so taught as men that, hey man, we don't show our feelings. We're not emotional, as we shouldn't be, but it's a lot of emotional men going on right now. But I think they taking it too far with the emotional stuff right now, though, man. It's like, yeah, they out of control, man. It's like half of these dudes out here females, damn near. Yeah, they are so much in their feelings, but hopefully that'll decrease that depression stage,
I mean, now they
what you gonna say, bro?
No, I said now they have great. Well, they always said it, but now they came out with a title for it called Graveyard Love. Like, yeah, you cheat on me, okay, I'm gonna kill myself, like, bruh.
Oh, dang.
And that,
oh no, I don't want to be that in love.
Yeah.
I don't want that one.
I think I'm going to try to kill you, not me.
Yeah. Go ahead, kid. Don't kill me, man. Please don't kill me. I ain't mean it. Yeah, man. That I read this right here, man, where it was like in 2014, 80% of deaths in the black community were men. 80% of the black deaths were suicide. Of the suicide deaths were men. That was crazy.
Yeah.
And that wasn't so long ago, not even 10 years ago. Next year, that's still fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's something we really need to start thinking about, man. Like, I'm glad we got this community of us going together to where we can start putting our piece out there, you know, putting our 2 cents out there in the world to where we can bring awareness to some of these things that's, you know, sometimes triggering people, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. That was true. Because back in the day, you didn't hear about depression. That was real.
Right. But it's like you hear more so about it now strictly because of social media.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like you know, the former Miss America, you know, she was an attorney, Chelsea Christ.
Right.
She ended up killing herself, like suicide, you know, over depression. I mean, just because you look like you have it all together, like you said, it may be a front. People I mean, don't get me wrong, some people are genuinely always happy, but the ones that go that extra mile, you know, it's like, okay, behind that smile, almost like when you see a sad individual or somebody making a smile, you can tell it's like, you know, what's really going on. I mean, so don't be afraid to get up there and ask, you know, hey, Keith, how's it going? You know, just because you look like you're happy 100% of the time, which most likely you are, but, you know, it's always check on the strong people.
Oh, yeah.
Check on
Exactly.
That's true. The weak ones, they're going to show it a lot quicker than the strong.
Yeah.
They're good at hiding it because they're used to doing things on their own.
Yeah.
They don't go to anybody for help. They just do it. I got it.
Yeah, some of the factors that we know that, like we already said, depression. You know, also harmful effects are connected to social media, exposure to racism, mental health. We talked about that, mental health and depression, exposure to violence. And you know what, another thing I saw that so we know that a lot of times some people are mental and they don't have the access to insurance or medical care. You know, that affects the choice that they make toward the end, you know, when they're going through something. And I think one time we need to get on here about how you can reach out to different, because some people don't know how to research and find out what they need. And that's going on a lot in the Black community. You know, they want, a lot of us, I'm not just going to talk about everybody, but a lot of us want things handed to us.
Yeah.
Like instead of doing the research to find out what you need to be better. You know, you got to be better, not bitter. Because if you bitter, you dwelling in it and you can't get to the root of the problem. So that's how they make a choice, a bad decision to take their life or something. Like, I really don't know, but it's definitely an issue for me for somebody to just, you know, it had to be signs. There are always signs, you know. You have to get to a point. You don't just wake up one day and say, okay, I want to kill myself.
Right. But that goes back into that, what I was saying about nobody's really paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go in there and do your homework. Oh, go over there and sit down in the corner. Oh, don't you know what I'm saying? Instead of communicating, like when I'm riding with my youngest 2 kids, I always, hey, man, how y'all been? You know, what's been going on for real? You know what I'm saying? Don't give me the fluff. Talk to me. Let me know.
Right.
Because if we don't just say, bled, because they in a depressed mood. They reluctant to be in activity. They reluctant to even talk to the people they love them.
Right.
So why, you know, and then you'll get to the point because of frustration as an adult. You like, well, say what you got to say, and I ain't got time to be, you know what I'm saying, because of your world, because you're not able to control your feelings and your emotions as an adult, and then you take that to the children. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Suicide notes that they leave, you know, after they go ahead, you know, do whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. It's funny, but it's sad to me because if I'm gonna kill myself, not saying I am, but if I was to kill myself, you know, first off, I'm thinking about everybody I'm leaving behind, you know, whether or not I have health or life insurance. So it's like, what is it? You work more dead to somebody else because you're leaving behind that burden. Then they got to bury you, or they're gonna be on Facebook or social media. So everybody that you was cool with, all your friends, oh wow, he seemed like he had it all together. He killed himself, but he didn't have insurance. You know, celebrities do it all the time. It's like, you know, and what does it end? I mean, you really have to think about others before you even consider doing that.
But you know, that's the biggest issue though, because the others that you wanted them to think about, they're not giving them the attention that they want.
Right.
So for as me to think about somebody else before I kill myself, that's not likely to happen because I wanted them to give me that attention from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I needed that attention from them. This is the reason I'm feeling like I'm in a depressed mood. I'm in a depressive state all the time because nobody's listening.
Yeah.
And then we got these parents now to where it's like, give them a laptop, give them a computer. Hey man, go in there, go do what you got to do, man. Right now I'm taking care of this type of age. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even the fact, you know, back in the day, we didn't have the cell phone or the laptop. We had to sit down, go do some work, or go play with a model car or something, you know, go build your, work on that puzzle over there. Yep. Now it's too much going on right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We use these devices for the wrong reasons now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's more entertainment on the device than it is the actual what it's a mini computer. So you can pretty much find out anything you need to learn, but a lot of people, they don't want to learn that. You know, they don't want to move in that direction as using a computer for studying, for researching, like you say, Kitty, for researching or either for learning something that you haven't learned before.
That's it.
There's one thing I can't say about Google. Like you can Google anything in the world. If you're not how to offer yourself, it's not going to give you no hints. It's going to say, you know, for immediate help, call, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. True story.
I mean, you may have people that try and go into your comments and be like, oh, I'm going to slice my wrist. Oh, make sure you go north to south instead of east to west. You're going to believe it.
Your man don't get nobody directions on how to kill themselves. Y'all disregard.
He done gave him the right way.
Yo, man.
I know that album Ghetto D, he gave the recipe on how to cook up Coke.
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, really? So
Wow.
No, man, but it's definitely a mental thing, man, to where we do have to stay aware. And just like Mike, I like, you know, like I said, I like what you sent me today about the guy saying, you know, man, you just have to talk to your, instead of making faces and being mean to somebody right next door to you, you just say, hey, man, what's up, brother? I love you, man. And then that changed the whole narrative of, damn, what I was thinking about, what he was thinking about, and we really cool with each other.
Right.
Or psychologically, like you can have a beef with somebody and, you know, just tell them something positive about, hey, man, look, I'm sorry. It's like, it's going to change them, like, psychology-wise, it's going to change their intellect, like, you know, towards you or towards the whole thing. It's like it's
right. But I think with that Alabama thing, I think it's on the move, man, to where it might have helped us out a whole lot because we coming together. You know what I'm saying? We came together that day. Let me say that. We sparked the flame, and then it fizzles right back out because it's not continuously showing. You know what I'm saying?
And you can
but we have to continuously show.
Because with that girl that kidnapped herself.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
That was crazy. That was an attention. I need some attention.
Yeah. It's like they were talking about her, but then when somebody hit the uncle in the head with that chair, now all of a sudden, you know, oh, bad. You know, like, man, get your story together. To me, it was hilarious.
But just like the girl faking her own kidnapping, she was crying out for help. Now, just think if that would have went south and she would have killed herself.
Yeah.
Because she didn't get the attention she needed.
Yeah.
So we got to start thinking about that too. That was a mental issue with that right there. You know, mental health is very important, man.
And my thing is, it starts so early. It's so unbelievable, man. Like years and years, kids, teenagers, they going through it at 12, 11, 12, man. Like you got to keep your eyes open and talk to them. You got to have a conversation, man. Table talk, conversation. So you know how we used to eat at the dinner table. Y'all ever experienced that? And most people haven't experienced.
That was the time that we had them talks. Yeah.
So how school went? What you did? You know?
Yeah. Right.
But what do they do now? Oh, the parents not saying everybody, but right now the parents
Most feed themselves.
tablet. They go home, the internet, social media raise them. They
Uber Eats.
Now
Uber
you
Eats.
online bullying.
That takes you away from the dinner table.
Yeah.
Now we don't even have to eat together no more. I'm hanging out. You call Uber Eats, eat by yourself, get back on your game, and blank out from society.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what you're going through no more, baby, because I'm over here doing my thing. I'm trying to get us, people always say, I'm trying to build us a legacy. It's like, come on, man. You at work, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You working long hours. And you ain't paying attention to your child while you at work. You call them an Uber Eats. By the time they get home, you sleep. I mean, you tired and sleepy. You go to sleep. You ain't said nothing to your child all day that was positive.
Right.
They raising the self.
And another thing we need to stop doing is self-diagnosing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Help.
Marijuana is good, or the devil's lettuce is good, but just go see a therapist or somebody. Like, weed don't solve everything.
Right.
Just you and
alcohol either. Alcohol either. That used to be my go-to right there. Man, drink it off. Let me go get a drink.
Yeah, I used to drink mine off until the next day when I sobered up, and it's like the problem was still there.
It's still there.
Right there.
Exactly.
What that I drank is like, when I drink, I think a lot. So it's like, okay, I could actually come up with a solution. But I'm not going to be like, oh, man, who hit you? Oh, Heineken or Crown Royal. Like, no.
Right. And what I researched was that 25% of black men go get the mental help. And 40% of the white men, they go get the help. You know what I'm saying? That they really need.
Yeah.
So that lets you know right there, them numbers, the difference in numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey, man, you got 25% of a group of people, only 25% of a group of black men going to get help. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's going back to that stage of life to where we was taught, hey, man, you suck that up, man. Brush that off. Keep on going. Now, sometimes we got to sit down. Some things were so big and so deep that we got to sit down and be like, say, man, you know what? Now, I need some help with this one.
Yeah. You actually have jobs now that offer mental health, like, as a part of like an insurance package. They'll offer you that. They'll offer you like a mental health or mental awareness day, like people calling sick or, they're going into labor or whatever. Hey, I'm not really good today. I really can't make it. Oh, okay. No worries. Take the day off. Come back when you can. It's like, it's good offering it, but man, like, at what point is it too late? Because after you did, it's way too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And it's racism not as bad as it used to be, but it's still there. Because a lot of these youngsters don't really know about racism no more. They try to create the racist problem, but it's really not as prevalent as it used to be. Right. But at the same time, we still see it in some cases. But that's another form of depression that we get.
Nowadays, it's not that it's not as prevalent. People are bolder now than they used to be. People will be direct with their racism now, where before it used to be subtle. It was like underhanded racism. You knew it was there.
Now, Mike, I think pretty much sicking a dog on you, man. I think that's pretty much strong racism. Hey, niggers, you niggers get over. I think that's pretty much blunt. I don't think it was subtle.
That's true, but like when you downtown walking on the street, you in a place with a bunch of people. You see on social media how all these Karens in the gas stations, the supermarkets, the way they going off on people for no reason. And then too, social media shows a lot of stuff that you didn't see before. So
we're getting exposed. Yeah,
but I think ever since Trump started doing stuff, people just started following suit. So now they'll come out their mouth and say stuff when they should get slapped, and everybody be like, they just let it go. But see, the shit that happened last weekend changed all of that. That whole narrative changed because they said it wasn't a racial event.
Right.
but technically it was. And the people saw it as these white dudes attacking this black man. So damn near every black man in that area and woman went to defend him.
I got a question. You think those white folk was mental or they was just drunk?
They were
Drunk.
just being,
Oh, they was drunk.
They was drunk being themselves.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Because you know,
They was out there on the boat. You know, you feel privileged. I got a boat. You working on the dock. You do what I asked you to do, boy.
Right. You can't tell me shit.
right.
That's
Right.
what-
And I think with, you know, me being in the South, because I'm in Baton Rouge, Alabama is right there. They, not all of them, but a lot of people in Alabama, Mississippi, they almost like they fail to realize that they're free.
Oh,
Right.
Mentally,
Right.
head down, looking at their feet.
You'll talk to them.
Yes,
and,
sir. No, sir.
oh, yes, sir. Oh, no, sir. I'm like, yo,
Right.
okay. One of them other chefs, he was talking to this older white guy, you know, the GM. Oh, yes, sir. I'll go and get that for you. Oh, how you doing,
Yeah.
sir? It's like, here come to me. I'm like, what's up, Hugh? Like, you know, the guy's name, but it's like, yo, like this whole Mr. and yes sir, no, sir. Nah, that's why the 4th of July, yeah, okay. Then we have Juneteenth. I really don't celebrate that either because it was actually free before Juneteenth. They just found, you know,
Right.
Right.
Now,
like,
2 years before that.
yeah,
huh?
Right. But they was riding on horseback, so that's how long it took them to get to the Texas.
yeah, right.
True.
If they had Twitter
Yeah,
back,
that's crazy.
hey, the Pony Express wasn't going that fast.
Definitely not the Pony Express.
yeah.
But
And I mean,
yeah, man, we do have to start talking to our young brothers, man, and see if we can get on some type of accord, man, to whereas get them to understand, hey man, it's not as bad as you think it is. You know what I'm saying? Because some don't go your way. You got to realize, man, life gonna keep going if you're here or not.
That's right. Because
So do you want to be part of the in crowd or the out? You want to be under the ground? You make a decision. You got to have them real conversations. You know what I'm saying? It might sound kind of harsh to somebody, but it's like, hey man, it's true. Oh, I want to kill myself. Well, no, if you really wanted to kill yourself, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Exactly.
So you really don't want to kill yourself. You really want some attention. What you need to talk about, you know? Because somebody who really want to do something, they gonna walk out in front of that car. They gonna go ahead and jump off that bridge in the shallow rock part, not in the deep part. You know, they gonna go and find the rocks where I can jump off the bridge and hit them rocks. I can die. You know, you're not gonna be out here talking about somebody want to kill myself and then you go jump in the swimming pool. It don't work like that.
when people write these borderline suicide notes on social media, it's like you want attention. Like, who hurt your feelings now?
Right, right. And but it's still something, like I said, it's still something to look off into though, man. You know, when somebody, you know, put their business on social media and want attention and stuff like that. I think it's still to look off into so we can at least make sure that it's not a suicidal attempt.
Yep. But
right, we can't just sweep it under the rug now. You got to answer, you know, acknowledge each little problem. You know, don't just sweep anything that looks suspicious under the rug.
yeah, because it's not all about just getting attention, but you know the people in your surroundings, even their kids. So when somebody, their whole personality changes all of a sudden, there's something going on with that person. But you know the one that's on Facebook all the time posting, always happy, always just full of life. Then all of a sudden, everything they start posting is about death, dying. It's all getting real dark. That's a person that's got a problem. They looking for help. So you just got to be able to tell the difference. Because people, they change the way they act. It's like somebody go out and buy a gun that don't even like weapons. Now, if somebody go buy a gun, like, oh, why you getting a gun? He might be getting a gun to take himself out. Stockpiling pills. Those are signs to look for. People doing that kind of stuff. Or they talking about death or listening to music that they normally won't listen to. changing up their whole personality. These are signs that you got to look for.
Well, I don't think we had that kind of music no more. I remember that rock and roll used to be talking about death a lot, but the music we have now, it's more trying to be a baller. They trying to be rich and all of that. So I don't think the music anymore has anything to do with suicide, because it's not about death anymore. Now it's about living and balling and having this. And I got 4 wives and I got 3 girlfriends. So the music wouldn't be for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what music you listen to, but I'm saying for me, the music I listen to and that the young people around me listen to, they talking about what they got. They got a million things, you know, so.
Right.
Right.
Music, they have like subliminal messages, like, you know, they have things playing in the background. So they're playing what catches the attention is like, you know, the beats and everything. But then, you know, kill, murder, you know, playing behind it, like, slow it down, play it back, like get rid of the other lyrics, then they hear the things. I forgot the artist's name, but you know, they did like this little thing in Africa where they went out there and did voodoo on the album, and I want to say it was D'Angelo went out there and did that. So it's like they have messages behind that, but I mean, you're right. Most kids now, they just want to ball till they fall. You know, get tons of women, or, you know, I F this amount of girls. Like, okay. Now you got to see about that, but okay.
So maybe it is doing a turnaround, but statistics for back in 20. I didn't read up on the 2020. Everything I read about was about 4 years ago, 3 years ago. So maybe the statistics has went down in our community, because, like I say, it's not about racism anymore. It's not about, you know, it's still a lot of bullying though. Now I can't say that. It's still a lot of bullying going on. Cyberbullying is at a big all-time high. And a lot of people don't know how to socialize, so they socialize through the bullying. They socialize through the internet. So if they're getting bullied on the internet, like KD say, the mental is already messed up.
Right.
So they feel like I can't defend myself on here. I gotta just sit here and listen to this dude talk to me like this, and it's like, bro, you don't have to. That's not even your social media account. You don't want to see or hear anything about it. Don't go there.
Don't go on. Absolutely.
But that's where the communication has went away because of social media. They feel like they can talk to this screen all day through text, not even through verbal. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part. You ain't verbally talking to nobody. You just basically saying what's in your mind.
Yeah.
And you're not even able to elaborate the words correctly, you know.
Yeah.
So that's something else, man, we have to really just pay attention to, though, you know.
Yeah.
Things like that, man.
Yeah.
But
one of the studies that I saw, that was the biggest thing, is that the social media.
Yeah.
Biggest is now, because people feel like they gotta fit in, but you're trying to fit in somebody else's fantasy. It just don't work. But their mental so messed up. They think, oh, I want to be like this one, I want to be like that one. They make a post and it don't go the way they want. Now they all down in the dumps. Like, oh, don't nobody like my post. It's like, so what?
Yeah.
They just don't see it that way. It's like they're emotionally invested in what's on that little screen in front of them that they can't think right. And that's what's messing them up. They get in that depressed mode and they can't get themselves out of it.
Nah. Because they not getting that proper help.
Right.
And that's the thing about it. I got some
You were saying, hey, it says increasing by 60% between 10 and 19 years old. Since your study, 2023. This study was in 2023. And according to American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, the suicide rate among Black youth has risen faster than any other racial ethnic group in the past 2 decades. The suicide rates of Black males 10 to 19 years old increasing by 60%. Woo. Remember, you already said it was 80%, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine a 60% increase from already 80%.
Yep. And then they say out of that, the Caribbean black men are the most likely to attempt and commit suicide among the black people.
No. Well, I guess, and you know why? I think you said the Caribbean. I think because they come from a place of tranquility into this chaotic society around here.
Yeah.
Everything is always moving around here. So, you know, you come from a spot where, man, we fish and we ball, we have fun, we celebrate, you know, we still take care of our stuff. But when you over here, it's like, say, man, you got 20 dudes after one chick when we already outnumbered by 8-1 with females. So I don't understand how can 20 dudes be chasing one female when you got 8 of them for yourself?
Yeah.
Why would you chase anything that you got 8 of?
Exactly. What?
Yeah, and it's crazy. So how many people are dying? Like Mr. Ignat, man, I ain't gonna. Mr. E said, damn. Yeah, you got these graveyard deaths. You know, it's graveyard love. It's like, nah, man.
And two,
Oh man.
They were doing.
Look at her, man. 4 kids at her son's school committed suicide because they wanted to fit in and have friends. Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But there was a time a few years ago when they were talking about the kids were making pacts to commit suicide.
The Facebook
they was making what?
They were making a pact with each other to commit suicide.
Oh, right, yeah.
That was a few
They made
years
a pact?
They made a pact.
Oh, a pact.
I'm making an agreement with each other that we're going to commit suicide on this particular date.
Wow.
And that had to be like before the pandemic, I know. So good, 10 years maybe they were doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah.
Why did it? But I'm trying to figure out. But I guess, like I said, the youngs from 10 to 19, those are some real harsh times, man. That's when you need your people the most.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention.
Imagine between 10 and 19, that's crucial for you because you transitioning into a young adolescent. You get what I'm saying? Like those are crucial. That's why I chose to teach 7th grade, man, because that's when you decide on what you want to be, who you want to be. Do I want to be a jock? Do I want to be, athletic? Do I want to be in student government? Do I want to be just, like right now they got vaping going on. Do I want to just vape all day, or do I want to be a gamer? Game all day, you know, they got a lot on them, bro.
Yeah,
we got to pray for them, you know, and make sure we reach out to them and listen to them. That they got so much to say, and we don't listen. We think they just young and ain't got much to offer, but we got to lend the ear to them because some of them can't talk at home. Some of them can't talk with parents.
Well, yeah, that goes back to me saying that at their home they gotta order Uber Eats. You know what I'm saying? They not sitting at the house with their parents eating dinner like we used to back in the 70s and the 80s. Right. You know, you sit down at the table, it's dinner time, everybody go wash your hands, just come sit down. And let's have this discussion. You know, hey, how was your day? You don't even ask your kids how was your day. If you do, it's in transition. How was your day, baby? Yeah. And you walking while they trying to tell you something, they either, it's not even sitting down time to where you can have that. If I'm walking past, how was your day, baby? Well, talk louder. I got to get dressed and I got to,
Right.
So it's like just that one-on-one conversation, man.
Yeah.
Even when they do sit down, even if you go to a restaurant nowadays, you can see a family sitting at the table.
Everybody on their phone.
Ain't nobody talking to each other. They eating with one hand, their eyes on the phone.
Right.
No conversation whatsoever.
Right. Well, you got the parents talking to each other or one of the kids talking to each other, but not everybody's involved.
Yeah.
And that's where we got to. That's where we got to become stronger at, man.
They did a rate. June is the month for most people.
Huh?
June
is what?
Month where most people end up committing, offing themselves.
Yeah.
Committing a suicide. Wow. That's graduation time, man. That's when people getting out of school. That's when supposed to be celebration.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe they flunked. Got to go to summer school.
I'd rather go to summer school than
oh, damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. That's something to think about. But that's really something to think about, though, you know?
Yeah, it is.
We definitely. And then, look, let me tell you this, man. Let me see what I showed, man. They say the states with the highest suicide rates is Wyoming, Alaska, and Montana.
Yes, sir.
Now, the percentage of blacks in Wyoming is 1.2%. So I'm trying to figure it out. How do we have the highest rate of suicide when the most suicides is in Wyoming? And we only 1.2% in that.
But you know what I was thinking? I don't want to downplay the subject, but a lot of suicides, like suicides by cop, they get rated as a suicide when it ain't. And long before social media, you couldn't go back and check all of this or how somebody died and why and all the circumstances around the death.
Well, you can go and check because they got a thing called an autopsy. You just have to do the research.
Yeah.
See,
what I'm saying is, before people, it's like the small towns. It's just plenty of times when people are dead, get killed. They're rated as a suicide, just not rated as a murder. No investigation.
You're right.
Well, that's like everybody used to say, we got COVID. When you got pneumonia, you died from pneumonia. Or you died from lung cancer. Oh, he got COVID.
Right. But see, we got those higher rates, and it's almost impossible when we are not in all those places that have the highest rates.
Well, I think it's like KD said. Go ahead, brother. Nobody's doing their research. That's all I'm thinking. Because we can sit up and look at statistics all day. Exactly. But if we search the bodies and saying that this person committed suicide, if they don't have a cut or a rope around their neck or took pills or, you know what I'm saying, something that shows a gunshot wound, something that shows that it was an actual suicide, that we can't go by what these statistics are really saying. So we just basically have to be in our community and watch the children that we do know. Because I know we ain't gonna just go around to random kids. Hey man, come here, let me check you out. You know. But if some of these young boys in the neighborhood, they respect you and they see you, they're gonna be like, hey man, can I talk to you, Mr. Rich? Can I talk to you over here, Mr. Key? Or something like that. If they respect you, you know what I'm saying? They will reach out to you.
Yeah.
But we're the type of community now to where we've created, I feel like it's our duty because we once created this social media era of go ahead and get on your tablet. Right. Leave me alone. Go play your game. We the ones who buy the kids the Xboxes and the PlayStation.
Tired. Go play your game.
Right.
Off onto God knows what. Then had something on YouTube like a bunch of kids that was like YouTube, TikTok, learning these different how to kill like different projects. 64 into a fucking plug because they made a game out of it.
Yeah.
He had this little thing on YouTube because you like my class, whatever kids watch. But then it's like, something similar to the little character Jigsaw, like the little killer. Like he's telling kids how to kill themselves or how to do this, go kill your parents, turn it all into a game. It's like they had it right.
Right. So KD, let me ask you what you think about what Katrina said.
You know I'm ready to get on it, right? Oh, hey, bro, I was trying to wait for enigmatic
Yeah.
to finish the point. But yeah, Katrina, you say you feel like they should bring Palin in the school. Let me tell you this. We can't do it. You know why?
Why?
Parents so young, they gonna take up for the child. For one, the child gonna fight back. That's number one. When you try to put them across your leg or put your hands on them, they're gonna fight back. That's number one. Number two, the parent gonna come and want to fight. But they don't even want you talking to their kid. You get what I'm saying? They don't even want you to chastise their kid. Because they so, and I think the big thing is that the parents are so young. They haven't grown, and they live in a certain way, man. I don't think Palin can come back. We'd have to do something else.
They can really. It's a nice idea. It's a nice gesture, kind of like bringing prayer back to school.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. Try whooping it.
Hey, that would have
Now, one thing I see have gone FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, is in the school. You know, and the thing about it, how they starting is that kids have to lead and initiate.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? We can't stop them from doing that. You can't pour it onto them and ask, make them pray or be part of a curriculum or something like that. So that's how they get in. Fellowship of Christian Athletes allow students to lead Bible study and to lead little huddles. They call them huddles, and they get together and talk about different things, and basically talk about how your feelings and how I think it helped a lot of them able to lay stuff on the table, and they can hear each other.
Yeah,
they're running it.
Yeah. So you saying fellowshipping and just getting together and having that powwow?
Yeah, basically that's all it is. Allowing them to speak, allowing them to be heard. That's a big thing. So
do y'all have that program in y'all school?
Yes.
They still have
Fellowship of Christian Athletes. We're a charter school, so I'm affiliated with them, and I get them to come in. They bring in speakers, and the kids are able to speak with them and see what they've been through and all that.
They've been doing that for a while.
Man. Yeah, that's the mantra of the school, huh? We kick ass over here. Yeah, you don't want the child to get his ass whooped around here. You go take him to homeschool. We don't do nothing but paddle. We paddle kids and we beat you and we make sure we put our foot on their neck. So if you don't, so we can't have that kind of pledge, huh, KD? That can't be the mantra of the school, huh? That ain't gonna work.
Ain't gonna happen. They for the kids, These parents ain't. Man, it's deep now, man. Like you know how you could just send homework home and they just do their homework and they bring it back. It's deeper than that now. How you give it, breaking it all the way down, it's challenging. It's definitely challenging.
So it's more challenging for the teacher than it is the student nowadays.
What? So each student is different. Each student learns different, right? Some students are mental. Some teachers are mental. You get what I'm saying? The mental health goes deep now. It ain't just, and a lot of people doing the surface with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, people go through life having a mental problem all day life.
Yeah.
All day life. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you never address the problem. You never get to the root of the problem. I'm so grateful I've been to a counselor and a therapist. You get what I'm saying? I can share it. My wife been to a counselor and a therapist. We've been counseling together. You get what I'm saying? I mean, you got to seek professional help, whether young, old, or indifferent. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know it all. You can't think that you know everything you can fix. Like Alejandro heard earlier, we can't fix it all. You get what I'm saying? It's that still surface where you gotta go deep. You gotta write these letters to your problem. You got to write these letters to the people that harm you. You got to write these letters to your depression. Writing it down and speaking on it, what you've been through and what has happened to you is what's going to get you through. Seeing it, not just talking about it. You got to see it. So there's a process you go through when you see. No, I'm not a counselor. No, I'm not a therapist. But I know there's a process.
Right.
You
well, if you've been to the counselor, I feel like you can counsel somebody.
Say it again.
I feel like if you've been to a counselor, you can counsel somebody, man.
Because you sharing the information that was shared with you.
That's it. So it's each one, reach one, teach one, you know.
That's it.
That's the same thing we did growing up. All the old school dudes told us, hey, you can't stand on this corner, young cat. We over here doing something else. You got to get off of this block.
That's it.
And they meant that. You know what I'm saying? And they stood together on that because they know. It's like I was listening to a Too Short interview today. He was talking about how he was the rapper of his whole crew, and his other boys were selling drugs and killing people. But at the same time, every time they get ready to do something that's going down, they short. Hey man, y'all get short up out of here, man. Yeah, he get us off into these other doors. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we can't let him get involved in what we doing, because if he gets involved now, we can't even get over to this spot that we want to go to.
Yeah, we ain't even got a chance now.
Right. So that's why we got to start back. That's what's wrong with these young group boys, these little what's the boys, young gunners, and the other boy, the Atlanta boy, the nigga fingernail boy.
Yeah,
that's why they got in trouble, because nobody stood on the code. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you over here doing your thing, I'm over here doing my thing. Let's not get each other involved in that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that way we don't have no situation where we're gonna think about, man, it ain't even about killing themselves now. They want to just tell their way out of it. You know, man, it was him. I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
I can't do the time. So that's just like a suicide too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that's suicide in itself. Self-sabotaging, basically. That's what I said.
The choices you make in life can be your suicide. You can be and kill yourself because of something you decided to do.
Right. And that's something to think about too, man. Self-sabotaging is real. We got to stop doing it because we overthink a situation. Now we done shut the whole operation down because we overthought. Oh, what if this happened? This might happen like this, and then I'm not gonna be happy no more. Oh, right. What if mama liked that man too much, and then we gonna get put out? You know, so we got to look at all of that, man.
But it's right. Always tends to overthink. You have an argument, got this whole argument planned out, and it goes like
Nah, brother. I'm gonna stop you right there. I have never planned out an argument.
Okay, they're gonna say this, I'm gonna say that. It's like, oh, okay, well, you're supposed to be bad at it.
That's
my guy, don't do it.
And I mean, it's a great idea, like, you know, talk to counseling, but you have to be careful who you talk to. Most of these teachers, I said most of the teachers, like not most of them, but a lot of teachers are smashing these students. Like they smash.
They smash.
Yeah, they had 4 teachers that was arrested because they had a 9-hour orgy with some students.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
what?
Hey, I wanted to teach right there when I was in school.
What? What was that?
Yeah, they had a 9-hour orgy with some students. Got arrested.
What school is this? Come on, man. Where you find this information at,
what
man? How y'all?
Like? Hey,
oh man, come on, man.
I'm in the booth.
Hey, you're saying you don't have to be in the street, you known in them.
Say, man, I don't know where that information came from, but I think that's some crazy. Hey, them girls in high school can't be that fine.
The teachers don't look like the teachers.
Oh, they was the women teachers having orgies with the boys.
Teachers messing with these boys.
Oh, Get out of here.
What is what? I can look it up. Just tell me what city. That's all. So I can look it up.
You can just look up orgy. You look up 9-hour orgy with students. That's what you look up. It might come up on Pornhub. I think it could come up on Pornhub. I'm not. I ain't gonna kill myself if I'm at that school. I'm not dying. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna be out. Whoo, man. Boy, that English teacher. Yeah, that English teacher sure can spell. Say, boy, you going to science today? Yeah, boy, you know shit. We got some experiments to do. That's
it.
Yeah, I ain't missing school, man. I'm letting you know that now. I'm there every day. What Biggie say there? Right, Biggie there every night.
Be there early, ain't it?
What?
Yeah, man.
Say, I'm talking about, I'm be at that 5:45 lunch and all at breakfast. You know you had that breakfast. You got to be at school at 6 in the morning to get that breakfast. Yeah, I'm be at breakfast and all. Waiting on the school to open.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something else though, man.
But look, I have found some stuff where it said what we can do to combat this mental health thing, right? So
okay.
How do we deal with this problem? It's telling us that first we can destigmatize the mental health, recognize that suicide is not quitting, right? You know, it's going to be here for us. It's not quitting, so we got to destigmatize it, you know. And next, we understand and embrace that the seeds of black men been planted centuries ago. What we're going through, like the that a black man goes through, it's been already years and centuries ago, you know. And it hadn't been, the issue hadn't been taken care of, you know. The gun violence remain less likely to graduate, you know, than our black counterparts. So how, as life moves on, as the women succeed more, is making some of the men more depressed. You get what I'm saying? So that's part of our problem. It's also important to understand that despite what a fire post, you know, it's still the masculine behavior. We still got to understand that we are men and don't worry about people get in our feelings. That's what's happening, you know. So yeah. It's different for many different situations. And
man, yeah, she over there, yeah, she tripping. She tripping like
I seen that pull up.
Well, yeah, I'm up early for the breakfast, man. I'm up early.
That's right. But yeah, man. So we got to be mindful of how the world is moving and what part we want to play. You know, what we want to do to be better, and don't get stuck in the Facebook likes and social media, and you know, understand that there's a goal that we have to have, and as long as we make a plan for a goal, we don't have to be concerned about how the women are advancing, you know, things of that nature, because you know they deserve that advancement. I'm thinking the better we do as men and check on people, you know, different things like that, and understand that it's gonna keep going on if we don't address the issue.
Right. Definitely. I like that, man. We definitely have to come up with a, you know, defense mechanism. But you know what, too, though, man. I realize a lot of men, they don't feel like they should have to say nothing to a boy because I'm supposed to have that respect already. It's like, no, respect is earned.
There you go.
Respect is earned. Nobody ain't giving you nothing. Nobody don't care about who you are. You just a male figure. You're not a man unless you say something, you know.
Wow.
Make that reality, make that thing move. You know, hey, young player, don't do that, man. Don't do that. What are you doing, man? So we do have to say that, man. But say, man, we had a great show, man. About out of time. So, Michael, let's go out. Let me hear what you had on Go Out, man. Give something positive for the people. so we can get this thing. Hopefully, we can change some of this suicide rate, man.
Man, well, what I would have to say is get off of social media, get out there face to face with somebody and talk to people. Don't be sitting in a group texting your friend and sitting right next to you. Get out there and talk, have a conversation, do something different. That's it.
Yeah,
That's basically all I had. Had a conversation.
had a conversation.
Yeah.
Mister-
Yeah,
come on. Yeah, come on, Igmatic.
Said, somebody tweeted, the kids must have been white. Ain't no way black boys are gonna, smash niggas.
What?
And it happened one time in North Texas. Some chick named Brittany. But
Wow.
Doing that. But you go back to the subject. Gives you power over your circumstances. So, instead of doing that, allow still on Twitter. A positive attitude gives you power over your circumstances. Circumstances having power over you. So if you can change your mind, you can change your life.
That's right.
Wow.
I like that positive mindset, man. I pray that everybody keep a positive mindset throughout these times of life, period, man. Because, you got a lot of people who look happy, who might be depressed, but you got a lot of people who are happy and they can pass that joy on to somebody else. It's like a yawn. If you yawn around somebody, somebody else is going to yawn. So if you smile around somebody, somebody else is going to smile, man. So you keep those smiles bright and keep that positive attitude. Things gonna work out. If you put in the work, though. You can't just smile and think everything going to be all right. You got to put in the work of making your life happy.
Yeah.
Because if you don't take those steps, nobody going to take them steps for you. And you will stay in that depressed state. You will stay in that suicidal mind state. But if we keep them smiles positive and keeping them smiles genuine and do the work, man, and keep your foot on your kids' neck, man. Don't let them up for nothing.
Yeah, don't let them your business.
They your children.
Wow.
But hey, man, it's been another great episode of the Elite Mancast. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, the ins and outs, and the ones who stay. But hey, let's make it a great rest of the evening. Tune in next week. We got some great information for you next week as well. Y'all have a great evening. Peace. Yes, sir.